Hello everyone. The next project is the Android malware detection with machine learning. So there first we analyze the data where we analyze the various aspects like a permission request and network activities. First you will use the this import for PyForest. Then this is the data path. So these are the column name, CPU uses, context switch, and this is the android.csv is the dataset name. I will mention in the description box this dataset link. The next one is the shape, how many rows and columns. The 70 is the rows and 17 is column. Information, there is integer type, how many float types data set column. So only name column has object type, all are float type, and malware is also the integer, and reference cycles is also integer type. Describe df dot describe dot transport, it show the mean, statistical values, standard deviation, count to mean is, and minimum and maximum value, all the columns. Now check the null value. So it show the 0 0, it means there is no any null value. Now count the malware, how value counts. So malware have 0 is 58, means it present, and 1 is 12, it not present. Now take a look by visualize. So there we use the count plot. X, I pass the column name malware, and data is equal df. Df is a data set variable name. So this is the 0 stand for means malware is found. It show the 58, so it is less than the 60, and this one is the less than 12, less. The next one is the using the group by function, and it give the total sum of the name is the column name, dataset column name, and malware is also dataset column name. It give the shape sum. So you can see the name 131 in dataset name column has some numeric also. If I show you dataset, this is the dataset. So this is the name column, and their name column there is also some numeric column also. These are the numeric columns. Group y function where I am using the bar plot. So group y pass the name and column name, and malware also column name, and show the sum. Then plot is bar plot. X level where I pass the name column name, and y level also the column name, and then give the title. X tricks where I pass the rotation equal 90 degree, and plt dot show. So this is the group by chart where it give the name, all these name, and this is the malware. We use the drop the column. So X where I pass the df dot drop and where I pass the name which I want to drop this one, and X is equal 1, and Y where we pass the df and then same name. Now training and testing data. So it's working. Now split the data: x train, x test, y train, y test, and where we pass the train test split, and then test size is given 0.2 means 20% testing and 80% training data, and random state 0. It is start from 0. Now look the shape of x train and y train. So it's give the 56 and 16. Same is the x test and y test. Then 14 and 16 after testing. Now model train that I am using the decision tree. It's working. Now create the method. So this is the variable name DTC, and where I pass the decision tree classifier. It's working. Now fit the data. So this is the method name dot fit, which we want to fit the x train and y train. So it's give the decision tree. Now predict the data. So predict is a variable name y pre. I have taken y pre. You can take anything. Where I pass the method variable name dot predict, and which we want to predict x test data, and then print y predicts. So it show the x test data after testing. The next one is the classification report and confusion matrix. So we know the confusion matrix is working. This is the classification report where it show the precision, recall, F score, and support. Also it show the accuracy, macro average, all this. The next one is the confusion using the confusion matrix. So confusion matrix which is used for the summarize the performance of the model on testing data. So these all are the, this is the variable, create a variable that cm equal sign, it pass the confusion matrix where I pass the y test because it used for the testing data. So y test and y predict, then give the figure size, and using the heat map where give the variable name confusion matrix, and not is true, fmtd. These all are the parameters you can pass according to you. Matrix level where I pass the branches is the column name, and it is also the column name malware. So you can see this is the actual data and this is the predict data. And range is goes to the 1.0. Now feature importance using the, so feature importance which calculate the significance of each input feature in module. So feature importance where I pass the model method name which I have created DTC dot feature importance. These are all the inbuilt function. These are the inbuilt function. Okay, this is also inbuilt function. Then create the bar using the bar chart features where I pass x dot columns, all columns, and indices. These where is np dot arg and short value is where I pass the feature importance. It shows the short value and using by 1, using the slice it show means the index start from the 1. It's working. Now the next one is the plot. So plt dot figure size is 12 and title feature importance. Then be using the bar plot and range the length, give the indies, and then feature importance where pass indies, and alignment is center. Same thing is the y-text. These all are inbuilt. And x level relative importance, then plt dot show. So this is the all features which is used for the significance value in model. Now the standard scalar. The standard scalar is we know that it is a pre-processing technique, and also scale, it scale the numeric feature which is mean is 0 and standard deviation is 1. So first this is the model working. Now scalar is a variable, then pass the create a method standard variable. This is also the variable name, and where I pass the scalar is the method name, and fit dot transform, and where I pass x. It also working. The next is the PCA, and PCA it is also used for is a plot which display the cluster based global variance pattern. So it's also working. PCA variable where we pass the PCA and n components equal to means it reduce the 2 dimension, and xpca also next variable name. Create a variable, then pass the PCA this one, and fit underscore transform where pass x scale. This is the it also working. Now create a plot. So this is the give the figure size and 10:6 where I am using the scatter plot. Then in x variable I pass the xpca this one, and then give it start from the 0 index, and y I pass the y is xpca, it start from 1, q equal y, and all these are the parameter. Then title PCA visualization feature cluster, and then actual and orient data, and PLT legend title I have given the column name class and plt dot show. So this is the plot. So this is the class legend where I pass the class column name. This is the column name pinkle top unzip, and this is the scatter plot. So it show the different cluster. It make a cluster. The next is the t-SNE. It is also used for the plot. It it means that highlight the local structure and show the relationship which making the cluster in dis- more distinct way, means different types. It SNE, then use the pass the method t-SNE, and these all are the components is to perplexity. Perplexity is 30, random state is 42, and then this is also next variable name where I pass the this variable and fit dot transform, and then pass the x scale which I have create in PCA. This one x scale. Then next is the plot. Then plot size is 10 6, and same thing is a scatter plot. Then pass the x. These all are the parameters. Okay, and title I have given t-SNE visualize feature cluster. You can mention anything, and x level is dimension 1 and y level dimension 2, and the same is legend. I give the class and then plt dot show. So you can see the it gives the distinct cluster in different form. This is the dimension 2, this is the dimension 1, and this is the class. Okay, so the difference between the PCA. This is the PCA. It present the cluster in one form, but it t-SNE present the cluster in distinct form. Okay, so this is the project about the Android malware detection by using the machine learning. Thank you.